Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to episode 95 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. It's been a while. I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Great. It's been a while since we sat down to record, hasn't it, Sean?
It sure has. I even wore the same shirt as last week.
I know, me too. It just worked out that way. Hey, guess what? Jason did too.
Yeah, really.
It's weird how time works. It's a flat circle, right? Is that what they say? What the hell is that from? Is that from Independence? I was going to say Independence Day. What the hell's the movie with the 17 dimensions and the bookcase?
Interstellar?
Yes, that one. Time is a flat circle.
No, Inception, I think is what you're...
I was thinking of Interstellar, but I don't know if they said
I don't
time's
know
a
what
flat
I
circle.
have no idea.
I think it's something Colin or Greg say or something. So yeah, as you're watching this, we're just going to put this up as one video. This is a crazy week. Well, it's a crazy week now. Next week, I'm going to be, as you're watching this week, I'm at the beach. Sean is recovering from a wedding. Jason's back in Rhode Island. And
yet here we are.
And yet here we are,
Yep.
through the magic of... We didn't want to miss a week. We try not to miss a week. That's why I had Nick last week, 2 weeks ago, as you're watching this. I don't know what's happening. Sean's going to leave me for like China or something, so I don't know what we'll do then, but we'll figure it all out. But... So typically what we do, if this is the first time you're seeing us, this is a different podcast, but we are the Two Player Co-op Podcast. What we normally do is we go through what we've been playing, we go through the news of the week, and we just have a good time. And then we play the game at the end called the Back to Box Challenge. So this week, what we're going to do, if you've been with us ever since episode 1, you know that we've gone through 3 different games in our lifetime. We went through 20 questions at first because we were inspired by Damon Hatfield and those guys at GameScoop. They always do 20 questions, and I love it. They said, no, we want to do our own thing, so let's do Guess Who. That was a train wreck.
Lasted for 2 weeks.
That was a horrible train
And
wreck.
each game felt like it lasted for 2 weeks.
Yes. And then we did the Back to Box Challenge, with what we've been doing since like episode 10, I think, or 11.
No.
Something like that.
I think it was in the 20s, but
I think
early
because we
on.
did 20 questions.
Because we went back to 20 questions before Back to the Box.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll look
We've
at
been doing
or
this
somebody.
since
We should have a
20-something.
wiki page for this.
We should. Somebody set that
Somebody
up.
do that. Logan, looking at you. So anyways, and then for episode 50, that was a cluster of 4-hour podcast. We played all 3 games. They all took about 3 hours of that 4-hour podcast, I think.
That was hilarious to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure. When I went back and watched, I was like, what have we done? But anyway, so what we're going to do for this week, again, since we don't know the news last week, since time is a flat circle, we're just going to go through, we're going to have some fun. We're just going to, each of us, we're going to play 20 questions. We're going to play the Backbox Challenge, and we're going to play Guess Who. Each of us is going to be the host for one of those games, and that's how we're going to do it. We're just going to have fun, see how long this goes. So just, yeah, let's have some fun. Sean, you're going first. And what are you
I will
playing?
go first. I am doing Guess Who.
So we are doing Guess Who. So the way Guess Who works, it's essentially 20 questions, but so you ask questions that can only be answered yes or no, and you try to guess the video game character that he is. Now, this cannot be like Scrooge McDuck or
Has to be an actual
Leonardo. It has to be something that originated in video games. So I hope you don't need to change your mind.
Nope.
Cheater. Okay. Jason, I will let you go first.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember how you guys usually start these.
It's been a while since we did this. Well, here, I'll kick it off.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Did you, we'll just say did you debut before January 1st, 1990?
No.
Okay.
Did you debut in the last 7 years, so after January 1st, 2010?
I did.
Whoa. Good job, Jason. Damn. But now I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
I split it in half.
Are you... Okay, you debuted. Oh, okay. Are you a human?
Yes.
You had to think about that?
Yes.
Did the game that you debuted in, was it part of a series?
Yes.
Is this an exclusive franchise?
What are you doing over here?
I'm counting how many questions.
But does it matter?
I don't know.
It's not 20, it's not 20 questions.
I feel like we should have to
usually
get
do
it in
Guess
20.
Who. It's
Yeah.
go back and forth and whoever gets it first.
Right.
But Yeah, okay. See if you can get it in
I mean,
20.
whatever. What did I say?
I don't know.
Oh, is this character exclusive to one console?
I don't think so. Give me a second.
Did you think I was going to say, you can't see me? I know the answer.
No, I knew what you were doing. I just
Like,
didn't
what-
know
what you doing over
why.
there?
Okay, no. The answer is no.
Okay,
So I don't remember what the question was.
then how do you know the answer?
You asked,
Is
am
he-
I exclusive to one console?
Yes.
I am not exclusive to one console.
It's a weird way to answer that. Okay.
I didn't mean anything weird by that. I was just making sure that I
Okay.
answered the question that was asked.
The game that you debuted in, did it debut in the PS4 gen or the PS3 gen?
Can I answer that? Are we saying it has to be yes or no?
It has to be yes or no. So did you debut
In the PS4 gen.
Yes, I did.
So
Are
that's Xbox One or PS4.
Are you a male?
Yes.
Okay. Not exclusive. Male. New character. What new characters are there?
Characters?
Ooh, okay. I know what I'm going to ask.
So PS4 male in a series, but
Oh, but wait, you're not exclusive.
not exclusive. Was it in one of the Assassin's Creed games?
No.
Not exclusive, male, new character. Are you the main character?
No.
Okay. I don't think we're going to get this in 20. This is number 10.
I really don't I can't think of a question right now.
All right, so male, new, PS4 generation, so super new. Male, not the main character, across multiple consoles.
Yes.
Did we ask if this was part of a series? I don't remember.
Yes.
And it is?
Yes. At least that's what he answered.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, was it a villain or a protagonist character? Well, was it a villain?
Yes. Good question.
That is really Jason. I'm just over here, just like, are you a boy or a girl? And Jason's like, no, we're gonna nail this down. All right, so you're a
Man.
bad guy.
I'm a
Bad dude.
All right, so male, villain, cross console, this generation. Okay,
All right, you're at the halfway point. If we're limiting you to
part of a series. You done did good here. You're a bad guy. Okay. Okay. Are you in a Konami game?
I am not.
Dang it. I was like, go, Metal Gear.
Although that would be either PS3 or 4, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So villain, male, new gen.
Part of a series, new character, bad boy. I'll ask this. I don't know if you'll know what I'm asking, but I don't know the best way to ask. Would you consider the game, is it like in a realistic setting? No, scratch that. Is this a cartoony style of game?
No.
Okay.
So realistic. I'm sure there's some viewer or listener who's like, it's this person.
This is tough though, with it being
This is why we stopped Guess Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as many games as there are
Infinite questions you can ask.
well, but as many games as there are, there's also however many characters per game. So it's like, I mean, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of characters. It's just that much more wide open.
That's not nope, because it's cross console. Okay, so what is it big? It's not a Konami game.
Was it a Squaresoft game?
No.
Is it a Ubisoft game?
No.
Damn it.
Huh?
Was that 14?
Yep. We ain't getting this.
No.
We're gonna call this 30
I
questions.
think you will. I have faith.
It's not Ubisoft.
That's a villain.
The game. It's part of a series. All right. Let's focus where we're at. Okay. So part of a series. This generation, cross console. You're a boy. You're a bad boy. Realistic, not cartoony. Is there anything on here? It's all first party. Gosh. Okay, but if he thinks we'll get it, then it's not something super obscure. So think. Think. Lose your mind, take a step at a time. All right, not Ubisoft.
Do you need your handy dandy
Notebook? I don't know if I said that right.
That fan ticking like that is just making
I
it
know.
more
I
annoying.
know. That's
Metronome.
what I'm saying. Okay. Do you own this game? Do you own the game that this guy first appeared in?
I do.
Okay. What games do you own? Okay.
That's 15.
Okay. Oh. Wait, but it's not Square. Okay. Well, you're not going to be so technical that he said Square Soft
No.
and it's Square Enix. Okay.
I just call it Squaresoft.
Right. We're 90s kids. Okay, so you own it. All right. So it has to be on PS4 because you don't own an Xbone. What games do you own?
Well, it's not Metal Gear 5.
It's not Metal Gear.
It's not Final Fantasy 15
It's not Final Fantasy.
or 12. Not that came out on multiple systems.
Gosh, what could it be? A new villain. This is not a question, but like if we don't get this, am I going to kick myself?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't count.
16.
No, it does not count. All right. What games do I own? Did we ask?
Is this a question?
No, I'm trying to remember what we asked about the whole PS4 thing. When you answer that, were you saying it's only on PS4?
No, I said that it's not console exclusive.
Okay. And it's part of this gen, but you never said it was exclusive to this generation.
Correct.
That is correct. Is this a Rockstar game?
No.
Who makes Resident Evil? My brain's not working right now.
Oh.
It's not Konami, right?
Capcom.
Capcom. Is it a Capcom game?
It is.
Okay.
17.
Are you the patriarch?
I am.
You are Jack Baker.
You got it.
Oh.
See, once you started asking,
Shout out to Jason. I was like, I don't know what.
I was just going through like the mental list of Sean's series that he
Right.
likes, which I like most of the same ones. So I'm
Right.
like,
well, once
it's
you
not-
started asking, like, is it Konami? Is it Ubisoft? I'm like, you always ask Capcom.
Capcom,
and once
and
you
I
get
just
that it's
stopped.
Capcom and it's this last generation, like, I'm like, all right, then they'll get there. But I'm like, is he going to get there? Because I could have done a curveball and been, what's his name?
Akuma?
The boy. No, from.
Well, that's why I was like, are you the
Yeah, I can't-
patriarch?
that's
or
what I'm saying.
It
So,
could be.
I figured you would get to the game, but you may not have. You may
Right.
just have to be
Well, that's why I was worried. I was like, I've only
are
got two more
although you already knew
questions.
I was a male, so
Oh, yeah,
it was
duh.
male villains.
Why'd I
either
ask if you-
him
yeah.
because I could have been the kid.
Yeah, you could have been. What's
the
his
kid,
face? I can't think of his name.
the jigsaw wannabe.
So
Yeah.
what
I don't even remember his name. Ethan, maybe.
No, Ethan's the main
Ethan's
character.
the main.
Ethan,
I was
yeah, okay.
originally going to be Ethan, but then I didn't know if any of the questions were going to be like Guess Who about
What does he
what
look
I
like?
look like, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know.
I don't
And
know.
then
He got his
that
hand
doesn't
cut
make for a
off and
very
he
fun
stapled it
game,
back
and
together.
B, yeah, I probably would have given it away. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be Jack Baker instead.
That's fun.
Good
All right,
one.
Good job.
Very good. All right, Jason. So you're doing the back of the box challenge.
Right.
I'm very nervous.
This is going to be interesting considering the way I have to hold my phone.
I'll lean in.
Yeah, you
I
guys-
was so nervous last week. Did you watch the podcast last week? I was so nervous.
I
'cause
haven't
was like-
seen part 2 yet.
I was like, I don't know what Nick's gonna do. He did.
I'm wondering if he did what he asked me about.
He did the Mortal Kombat game.
Okay.
Not Mythologies, but Shaolin Monks, maybe.
He asked me if we had done Mortal Kombat.
We
I
had
said
done
the
the
only one I
Sub-Zero
know
game.
of was I did Sub-Zero.
the mythology.
He originally
Yeah.
asked if you would know the medieval games.
What? I don't know what that is.
Medieval?
No, I would never have gotten.
I'm
that.
like, maybe I think he like knows of them, but I don't think he would.
What the heck are they?
know them.
They sound RTS-y.
I don't even really know them that well.
I have no idea.
but, yeah.
Nerd. 901. All right, Jason. Let
So
us have
this is a short back of the box.
it. Oh, those are okay.
So all right, here we go.
John, I'm really gonna need your help here because I think you two are gonna be on the same wavelength, and I'm gonna be over here asking, "Are you a boy or a girl?"
Are you a boy or a girl?
Meanwhile, my question is: are you a villain? A member of an elite military team, blank, is forced into a conflict beyond imagination. To survive, he must contend with a desperate rival, a powerful sorceress, and his own mysterious dreams.
Definitely not Metal Gear.
Realistic, detailed characters. These are bullet points. There's 4 of them. I'm only going to be able to read 3. Realistic, detailed characters and background graphics enhanced by a breathtaking musical score.
It's got to be 16-bit.
An epic love story based on the theme of love set in a massive new world. The third one I cannot read. The fourth one is nearly an hour of stunning motion captured CG cinema seamlessly integrated into gameplay.
Not what I thought it was.
That's it.
Seamlessly integrated into gameplay.
I was leaning towards Final Fantasy 6/3, and then no, it's definitely not that.
Nope.
All right, is this
an hour of.
seamlessly
So it's got to be
moved
like
in?
CD-ROM. Like before DVD. Like I think this is PS1 or Saturn. I mean, probably not Saturn, but maybe Saturn. But that.
Is this a game that came out in the 90s?
I'm going to have to look it up. for a second. I don't remember when it came out.
No, it's not. It's not a Final because they had no motion capture going on during the game. That is whoa. That's gonna throw me off now.
Oh yeah, motion capture.
And it's not Fade to Black because based on the description, it's like a fantasy setting with sorceresses and stuff. Sorcery.
Sorcerer.
This game was released in 99.
Dreamcast.
99. When did PS2 come out?
2000.
So it is PS1. Or, I mean,
Possibly. Is this we don't have a limit on the number of questions. So I don't know why. Is this a Dreamcast game?
No.
Damn, I didn't. Thank God. Because
is it a PS1 game?
Yes.
okay. Did you say crap?
I said
crap.
okay.
Oh. Sorcery
Is it an RPG?
Yes.
has to
Okay,
be
with the sorcerers, yeah.
fantasy setting. I assume. Is this? Does it take place in a fantasy setting? I don't mean Final Fantasy, but I mean a fantastical setting.
Yes.
I already forgot most of something about dreams.
Is this?
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, not the bullet points.
So not
Because at first it was sounding like 16-bit the way they were talking about the background.
Yeah, when they're talking about graphics, usually
Yeah.
it's an old.
Sec. What the hell just happened? My phone just had a conniption. All right, so the first paragraph, which is before the bullet points, right? A member of an elite military team, blank, is forced into conflict beyond imagination. To survive, he must contend with a desperate rival, a powerful sorceress, and his own mysterious dreams.
military. It's military, but it's got sorcery.
Military, but sorcery. Or at least one sorceress.
All right.
Sorceresses.
Is this a Square game?
Yes.
Okay. Come on. I'm out of my element here, dude. Oh, that was so close.
Is it Final Fantasy VIII?
Yes.
What? That had motion capture?
Yeah, it was. If you like,
See, I don't remember that. I don't remember motion capture.
But
I was leaning
I
towards
remember
9 because
now
I knew
I'm
that
thinking
was
about-
super
I remember
late.
the military stuff. I remember the sorceress.
So the first thing the thing I blanked out in the paragraph was the character's name, Squall.
Squall,
Right.
yeah.
The third bullet probably would have given it away to Sean. Is new junction system allows characters to be
yeah.
customized with powerful magical spells drawn from enemies.
I never liked that.
The junction system.
Yep. I never
It-
beat that game. I never really played it too much, but I didn't like. I don't like. I wasn't even crazy about how
I mean,
they did the magic
this
in
is,
15.
This is the picture on the back of the box. Like it had ridiculous graphics for a PS1 game.
How did they go from that to then Final Fantasy 9 was just
Final Fantasy 9 was all cartoonish. That's why.
yeah.
But
That's-
the graphics were good. Like these are the cutscene. These are cutscene graphics.
That's
These are not-
PS1.
That's PS1.
No, let me see.
Oh yeah, this looks pretty sweet.
Wow.
I'm watching the final boss fight.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you wouldn't have thought that's PS1 if you didn't. If I
No, that definitely looks PS2.
right. I
Wow.
mean, it was like a year before the PS2 was released.
Right.
But
I would have no. What do you think about Final Fantasy 8? You said you never beat it.
I barely played it.
Okay.
I think. Did you? I feel like you and Brent played that.
I don't know about Brent, but I played it because of a guy I went to college
For
with.
some reason, I associated it with Brent too, but I don't know why. But I remember. I think that may have been before I even got into Final Fantasies. So 10 was the first one that I really played and beat. And I think I may have seen you playing this before that even. So I think I just didn't really get it. And then once I got in, I think I beat 10, and then I went back and played and beat 7. Then I think I went to play this because it seems kind of like 7, but I just don't like I don't like the way they did it in 15 either. I feel like magic should just be you learn a spell, you have your mana, MP, whatever you want to call it, to use the spells, and it goes down when
Yep.
you use them. That's it. You shouldn't have to I drew 3 thunder spells from this enemy.
Okay,
Like,
now I
it's just
remember you.
weird.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember-
like when they do that in these games.
I remember you were talking about before 15 came out at one of the old podcasts I listened to. There was rumors of the draw being in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
15. You're like, please God, no.
I don't
Well,
like when they do
But
that.
was it in 15 or no?
It was sort of you like had these like when you got like when you had these like resource deposits that you drew stuff from.
Okay.
So instead of like drawing from every enemy, you
There was like little hubs.
yeah, it's
or
like
something.
you.
Yeah.
I got 14 resources worth of fire out of this thing, right? The difference with Final Fantasy VIII was you could draw up to 99 of these things. So the first first third to half of the game, you're drawing from every enemy as much magic as you can grab.
Just to stockpile all of it.
Right.
It's just weird.
So I don't mind so much if they had a draw-based system as long as I'm not drawing 99 of this thing. Oh, like what they did with the GFs was along the lines of what I think they should have done with the draw system is like in general was so to get a GF you just draw it and I learned Quetzalcoatl. And now I can go use him, right? So if they'd have kept it where like all the spells were like that, then okay, that's at least that
Right.
I would have liked that. It gets even worse when you add in the junctioning to it. The junctioning was like, hey, I junction cure to this thing, and now my HP goes up,
Okay.
right? And it goes up by the amount of cure spells I have. So if I start
Jeez.
using them, my HP goes down.
Oh.
If I use cure, my HP goes down.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Well,
I mean, your HP goes up, but your
Right.
total
it was weird.
Oh, I could not. I don't think I could do that.
No, like I only did it. I only beat the game through sheer force of will.
Yeah.
It was like once you got past the first disc, because it was on 4 discs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, Final Fantasy VII was on 3
Yeah.
or 4.
3. I think.
Metal Gear Solid was on 2.
So once you got past the first disc, it was the drawing. You just kind of drew on enemies that you hadn't seen before to see what they have. After that, I got Fira. Now I'm gonna just keep drawing with Fira. But like after that, it was just got into the story and stuff. It's a really good story.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I've heard 8 is like underrated. There's some gameplay issues, but I always hear 8's like one of the better games, and it just never clicked with me. But I love the Gunblade.
The Gunblade is awesome.
That's aw- the main dude's weapon looks like a giant revolver
with a
that just
blade.
becomes a sword. So it's like a handle,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes up like this, and it's got like the the revolver.
And you shoot the
and
gun,
then
the blade
and
out
then
of
it
it.
just
and
turns
it's
into a
active.
blade.
So when you like set,
So when you swing, you hit the trigger like R.
Yeah.
If you hit it right when you make contact, it's like pulling the trigger and it does extra damage. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I'm like,
But it's
that's
awesome
pretty
at the
sweet.
same
Yeah.
time.
yeah, it was actually in response to the fact that no Final Fantasy character up to that point, playable, like your main character didn't use guns
Right.
up until that point. And one of the cool things is like you showed that gameplay footage just to us, right? His like limit break, or I forget what they were. I think it was limit breaks. Was basically whenever that bar hit the little middle thing, you hit the button and he pulled the trigger again.
That's awesome. Holy crap.
That's actually one of the good ones, right? I can't think of the. I don't remember the looks of them.
That's one of those things. Remember that I was sending you those videos that one time when I was bored of Man at Arms or whatever it was that made like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Sword of
yeah.
Omens. I guarantee he made that. I need to go find that
Probably.
channel again.
That is like it was one of the coolest weapons.
That's crazy.
Gunblade.
All right. 20 questions for me. Have had it, good sirs.
Okay.
When
So this is gonna basically play out just like Guess Who, except we're just trying to get to a game and not a person.
Game, not a person.
that is great.
All right. Did this game come out after January 1st, 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll have to keep track.
Okay, you got it.
I'm the host.
Yeah, that's your job.
It's my game.
How about same question after 2010?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's PS3 or PS4 gen.
Is this PS4 generation?
Yes.
Is it exclusive to one console?
No.
Okay. Is this a Capcom game?
No.
Oh, I thought you were laughing because it was going to be
Resident Evil 7.
Is it console exclusive? As in, is it on the PC?
It did come out on PC also, yes.
So not exclusive to consoles.
Is this part of a series?
Yes.
Part of a series.
Part of a series, PS4 gen, not exclusive to console at all.
Okay. Who's up? You or me?
You go. I can't think of anything. I'm drawing a blank. If you have got something.
This? I'm trying to think of what games tend to come out on PC. Is this a first-person shooter?
No. That's 8.
Is this a game you have played?
Yes. Don't get hung up on the PC thing.
Do you own this game?
Yes. Don't get hung up on the weird. Don't.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 10.
So you own this game, which means you must own it on PS4.
Glitter hands,
own
glitter hands,
Xbox.
glitter hands, glitter.
It's obviously
hands.
not a first-person shooter.
All right, so he owns it, part of a series. We've asked a lot of questions, and basically all we know is that it's a PS4 game that he owns. From after
It's
2000
part of a
to after
series.
2010 to multi-consoles, but he owns it, so it's PS4.
So you know it's a PS4 game that's
That
part of
you
a
own.
series that I own.
We know 3 things
In
and
10
we've asked 10
questions.
questions. All right. PS4 game. God, you own a lot of PS4 games now, though.
I own way too many. I own way too many. I'm really hoping their attach rate.
I don't want to to just ask who made it or what kind of game it is, because you can just burn through a lot of questions trying to get those.
It's multi-console.
Do you hold this game in high regard?
Yes, I do. I said that weird. The answer is just yes. I wasn't trying to trick you. Yes, I do. PS4, part of a series
Kevin likes it
that
a lot.
I like. Me likey. And Mioni.
Is it like a, how do I say this? I guess open world game?
Yes. That's 12.
Is it made by Rockstar?
No.
Damn it.
Is it made by...
The thing that would have tripped me up if you were, I was like, I don't know who the hell the bad guy is in Grand Theft Auto 5. That's like if you said yes, I was almost happy you said no, because I was like, I don't even remember who the bad. I was like, he wouldn't say, because Trevor's, he's a villain, but he's like
one of the
anti-hero
protagonists
kind of
but-
thing. Yeah.
He's one of the protagonists of the story.
All right, so that was 13. Are you cheating?
Define cheating.
Are you looking up a game?
Well, I have an idea of what the game might be, but I'm trying to think of who made it.
You can't do that.
Why not?
That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
Yes, it is. I think you can get to it without getting the developer. There's ways you can get to it quite easily, and I say that because I know what the game is. So, it's an open world PS4 game that's part of a series that I own and I like.
Is this the second in the series?
Yes.
I think I know what it is.
Dang it. Dang it.
Because I don't.
It's not like I want to stump you. I don't know why I'm always like, darn it.
Is it... I mean, I know what it is, but I'm just going to add... Is it Ubisoft? I can't remember who made it.
Yes.
It is
15.
Ubisoft. Is it Watch Dogs 2?
Yes, it is.
Ah, yes.
Good job. Watch Dogs 2, it's one of those games where it's like, I mean, I only spent like 30 hours in it to get the platinum. You could beat that game in probably 15. That's one of those where it's just like comfort food. Like, I don't really remember exactly how to, it's not like I could just tell you, here's how you hack, this is what you do. But once I start playing, it's one of those that'll come back to me so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's not as fun of a sandbox as Grand Theft Auto is. But Watch Dogs 2, the sandbox that it has is so much fun, especially once you really level up and you unlock all the different things that you can hack, and it's so much fun. They improved on the first one in so many ways. The driving actually works now, where it was horrible in Watch Dogs 1. And I liked Watch Dogs 1. But Watch Dogs 2, it's like like we were talking about when you were here. Assassin's Creed 1, it's like, okay, yeah, it's good. It
lays
this is
the
proof of
groundwork.
concept. Now let's show you what we can really do with this. And that's
Right.
exactly what they did with Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
That's a series I never got into.
It's
I
fun.
might own Watch Dogs 1 and just haven't played it.
It's fun. I think the first one actually sold better, and then people kind of got burned by it. So I think 2 didn't sell as well as they wanted. But I mean, there's going to be a third. It looks like it's going to be in London, which is going to be interesting. That's what there were Easter eggs inside here that pointed towards London. There was coordinates and stuff like that. So
Were the first two both San Francisco?
no, Chicago.
Oh, that's right.
The first one, and they nailed Chicago too. Like, I remember when we went for Jordan and Daniel's wedding, I was like, oh man, yep. Like, and like, obviously the bridges, and like, Chicago when you see it, but I'm talking about certain buildings like parking garages with the spiral where they would go up and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
And it's just, they just did such a good job. And when you're driving under the train or the whatever,
The L.
you can just tell that's Chicago, and they nailed it. San Francisco, I guess they nailed it. I've never been, but I assume they did.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you think Grand Theft Auto will go to London or Watch Dogs 2, the Watch Dogs series?
I don't think I think Grand Theft Auto should stay in America because
I think Grand Theft Auto 2 was set in London.
it was.
Yeah.
But see, ever since they've gone 3D, it's been such a satire of us dumb Americans.
It has.
Yeah, I think it has
some
to
games
stay
more
that
than
way.
others, but
Like there was rumors, I don't know if you remember when we talked about this forever ago on the podcast, but there was rumors that they were looking at Tokyo for Grand Theft Auto. But it's like, I mean, there's Yakuza. Sorry, I say it wrong. There's all the, I probably still said it wrong. I don't remember which way to say it now, but there's already Grand Theft Auto-ish Japanese games. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Games in Japan that you don't need Grand Theft Auto to go.
Right.
I mean, I think it'd be cool because, well, right now Grand Theft Auto is used basically New York and L.A.
In Miami.
and Miami.
Miami
Right.
is the one I want them to go back to. That's the one they've used the
Well,
least. 'Cause that's only
the
been in
thing
one
is,
game.
Vice City was one hell of a game, but it worked because it was not just Miami; it was Miami Vice.
Yes.
So
Right.
it was.
if they go back to Miami,
It
they
has
need
to
to
be
do
80s.
it in the 80s.
You can't do it
again.
2017 Miami.
No.
It's just
No.
nothing against Miami. It's
No.
just you need to do it in the 80s. You need to do Tony Montana kind of a story again.
Although they already did that once.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I think that the only other ones that I could see them doing in the U.S. would be like either Chicago or D.C.
Yeah.
Really, because it's like,
They could do a lot with DC.
well, they could do a hell of a lot
Yeah.
with D.C. Especially if considering like what they did with like the L.A. area. They did basically L.A., San Francisco part of it, and like Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you take that and put it in D.C., you've got D.C., Baltimore.
Yep.
You've got Richmond isn't too far from that. You've got this whole big area you could use. I think that would be more likely than Chicago.
Yeah.
But
Chicago's tough because in the end, it's not going to be that much different than like New York.
right, and on top
It's
of
just very big metropolitan. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be that different from Liberty City.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. But you could always go. What I'd love to see happen is if they did like Grand Theft Auto 6 in Chicago in the 30s.
Oh man.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
Tommy guns and
Yeah, because it's like they kind of do the whole gang war kind of deal like in all of them.
Right.
So that would be cool. I think I think Bonnie and Clyde was not in Chicago, right? But they were somewhere else. But
God, I don't know. But the other thing I did just think of for a modern setting, it'd be hard to distinguish it. But I think Grand Theft Auto in Texas, Hook 'em Horns, could be fun because then you could have people-
Dallas or Fort Worth or Austin
Yeah.
or Houston, one of those three.
I think it'd be cool.
Hell,
And then you
even
could have
San
people that
Antonio
shoot
would work.
back at you.
right.
Can you see a Grand Theft Auto game where you're like hiding out in the Alamo? I could totally picture them doing that.
Yes. And the Riverwalk and stuff.
Yeah.
If they did San Antonio, yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, good job. You got to Watch Dogs 2 pretty quickly. I was proud of you. I knew once you figured it out, I should have done one I didn't know. I was trying to make you everything you were asking, because you didn't ask if it was a Konami game. It could have been Metal Gear, but you're like, obviously, he's not doing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Right.
He's just trying to trick me.
I thought about it. I'm like,
He's trying to slip me a Mickey.
This guy's trying to slip me
I'm
a
sitting
Mickey.
here thinking like it's going to be either. When you started talking about a PS4 game, I'm like, okay, well, is it Metal Gear Solid 5 or is it GTA 5?
Yep.
The other one I had in my head was I kept having to mentally shove it out of my head was Uncharted. It was like that's not
yeah.
because it's not it's only PS4 exclusive.
Well, then I was leaning towards Uncharted for your bad guy also, but I was like, he doesn't know Uncharted well enough to know who the bad guys are. So,
No.
Well, that's it. That was fun. This was a nice, quick episode 95 of the Two Player Co-op podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Next week, we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. If you like what you saw, though, and you're watching us at youtube.com/Two Player Co-op, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Which way is it? Is it over there? No. Subscribe button down here. Hit the like button over there. Share it with your friends and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jason, for being here again.
No
Through
problem.
the
2 weeks
miracles
in
of
a row.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, check us out at nerd901.com because we are part of the Nerd 901 family. So go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Check out everything going on there. It's awesome. You can also check us out on Twitter. I'm at Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. Jason doesn't tweet, but he has a tweeter.
That doesn't sound right.
If you like audio, and I know you do, you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and audio services all around the world. Is that a mosquito? Better not be a mosquito. Also, we have a Facebook page that we never update, so go to facebook.com/2player co-op gaming. Check us out there because we don't do our job, but Nerd901 does with tagging us in all the videos and everything. Really appreciate you guys being here for 95 episodes. And until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Oh, man! From my point of view, I was like, oh,
I had the
it's
right,
in the
the
right
right
line.
depth. And then
Oh. I thought that was the one.
I'm starting to lose faith in this.
I mean, I lost faith the first time you tried it, but that was close.
It's actually funny.
One
I
of these
don't
times.
I don't watch the YouTube very often. The YouTube episodes, I'm like, what are they talking about?
If you ever hear a scream in delight, it'll be I don't know
maybe
what you're
it's
ever gonna do
out.
if you ever catch it.
Catch it.
I don't know what you're gonna do next. Don't throw a pen into the camera. That
Throw
would be
the
horrible.
Pokeball.
No, that'll knock it out. Thanks, guys.